महाराज की जय, समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जना शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिने नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशारिणे। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुलं हैतगिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानंद माधवं श्रीगुरुदिनशरणं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरम्। So it's my pleasure. I'm very happy to be here with all of you. I've been here in the USA for last 3 weeks. Today is my last day in your country. So I'll go back for Radhastami in Mayapur, Sudha Mayapur. Yes, I have written one book, Who is God? And this book is not for everybody in the world. It's special for Hindus. It is because when I travel whole world, I find Hindus are the most confused about God. Muslim, Christian, they have no problem. I have written this book, a smaller version in Bengali. In Bengali language, more than 100,000 books been distributed. Bhagavan K, that book. So I will, in today's discussion also, I will focus on, we'll discuss today to understand about who is the God, and especially Krishna. Who knows Krishna? Among you who knows Krishna, please raise your hand. All of you know Krishna, yes or no? Whole India knows Krishna. Whether Hindu, Muslim, Christians, everybody knows Krishna. But to know Krishna as Krishna is, that is important. Maybe in India, Muslim Christians, they are thinking Krishna is Hindu God. But what Hindus are thinking? Because Hindus are too much acquainted with Krishna, no? So they know who is Krishna exactly. So among Hindus, you will find different concepts about Krishna. Some Hindus might thinking, what's a naughty boy stealing butter? He's a super naughty boy dancing with ladies in the middle of the night, right? Or they only think, oh, he's a good politician. Yeah, that is why Hindus, this is good, big Hindu scholarly, they present him also. So see how good politician he is. Recently I saw somebody saying, among all the counselors, Krishna is the best counselor. Because he gave 18 lessons to Arjuna, he is the best counselor. And among some Hindus, Krishna is known as his Mahapurush, he is a great person. And some people, if they know more, they think, no, Krishna is not only Mahapurush, he is a Devata. And among everyone, the best knows, the best they know Krishna. Who is Krishna? What they think Krishna is? He is another concept. He is avatar of Vishnu. It is another concept is floating in India. His best would be not only Mahapurusha, not only Devata, his incarnation of Vishnu. How much true it is. All confusions. Or best, what you will accept Krishna is Bhagavan. Yes or no?
Yes.
So today we will discuss, is he Bhagavan or is something beyond Bhagavan? That we will discuss. This is problem with our Hindus, among the Hindus. Because our scriptures are so vast and so ancient. That is the reason why so much misconception and confused about God. Few years before, every year I go to Bangladesh. There are a lot of youth preaching going on there. And every program we do, Bangladesh, few ministers or Muslim leaders will come for program. One year we had a program in an auditorium, all Hindu youths, all university students. And the district commissioner is a Muslim. He's a very educated man. So he came, first he will give speech. So first he started his speech saying, I know among all religion, Hindu religion is the most ancient and the best. One Muslim man said that. How Hindus will feel? Feel good or bad?
Good.
And they all clap, very nice. The Muslim leader saying, among all religion, Hindu religion is the best and most ancient. So they are very happy, clapping. The next sentence he said, you see, because Hindu religion is a very old religion, because it has become sick now and too old, no? It becomes sick. Then he said Hindu is too old, it will rust, no? So rust all of Hindu religion, they rusted. Then the Hindu people do like that, no? They put their head down. No, he's saying Hindu religion has been rusted. Then one nice sentence he said. Hindu, the concept of Hindu religion, because old and ancient, has been rusted, rust. But he has read Prabhupada's book. And he said, I have read Prabhupada's books. So Prabhupada has cleaned all the rusts from Hindu religion. Yes, the Sikh Hindu religion, he said that. So then again everyone is very happy about a good conclusion. My point is, as a Muslim, he has observed that we are all confused about God. He has observed. So that is the reason why I will discuss to you to clarify some points. So in India, we have 9 darshan, philosophy, called Navadarshan. 3 atheistic, Nastic darshan. They don't believe in God. And 3 theistic philosophy, Astic philosophy. In atheistic, Nastic philosophy, they are called Nirishwaravadis, no Ishwara. Buddha, Jain, and Charvak. These 3 are Nastic. They don't believe in soul. They believe that by the combination of matter, the consciousness comes to existence. Charvak philosophy. Runam krutta ghitam pivet javat jipate sukham bhavet. You steal or borrow, enjoy your life. Very nice philosophy, right? The whole world is the disciple of Charvak. Everybody wants to steal or borrow, enjoy your life. And their philosophy is bhasmi bhutasya dehasya kuttha punarakam. Once you die, you are finished. So enjoy your life. The Nastic. The Nirishwaravadis, no Ishwara. Then the Ekaswaravadis. There is only one God. Who believes in one God? You have to reply. Don't keep quiet. Mataji, who believes in one God? You know who believes in one God? Which community people believes in one God? Muslims, they believe in one God.
Christians,
Christians, they believe in one God.
Jews.
All other religions believes in one God. So they are all Ekeshwarvadis, one Ishwar. Then comes Bahu Ishwarvad, Nirishwarvad, Ekeshwarvad, Bahu Ishwarvad. Remember? What is the first one? Huh?
Nireshwarvad.
Second one?
Ekeshwarvad.
Third one?
Bahuveshwarvad.
Bahu Ishwar means many gods. Who believes in many gods? Hindus. How many gods they have?
14 million.
Only 33 million gods. Only 33 million gods. And Hindus are so much fond of gods. You go to India, they are adding so many new gods nowadays. This Baba, that Baba, Thakur, Brahmacharya, so many new gods. Prabhupada said this, and in India and Bangladesh we have factory of gods. Yes, that is very interesting. Bahu Ishwarvad. But actually, according to Veda, we are not Bahu Ishwar. There is just only one God. I will quote two verses from Shruti to make it clear that how our Sanatana Dharma, Vedic philosophy says only one God. Ekam eva aditiyam. Ekam eva aditiyam. Only one, no second. Only one. Ekavai ditya nasti. Two sentences we find. Ekavai ditya nasti. There is no second except one. So who is that one? And why in India and among Hindus there is this misconception of many gods? This misconception also comes from Vedas. The Veda says God is one without second. And somewhere Veda also mentions that Eka Bahusyam Abhavat. One God has become many forms. Ekapisan Bahuda Vibhati. He is one, but is many forms. He has many forms. These two sentences has created all the problems, misunderstanding of these two sentences. So our Hindu philosophers, preachers, spiritualists, they do two mistakes in regards to this statement of Veda, that Bhagavan has manifested in many forms. First, among Hindus in India, they think that Bhagavan has manifested in many forms, means all human beings are Bhagavan. Everybody Bhagavan. As in India, they say Janata Janardana. Janata means all human, they are all Janardana. In Bengal, they say Jai Jeev Sai Shiv. Jeev is Shiv, Jeev is Bhagavan. So everybody Bhagavan, all human beings are Bhagavan. So how many Bhagavans are here? Please raise your hands. How many Bhagavans? Not a single. That is what has been discussed all over India. They say, where are you searching for Bhagavan? Bhagavan sitting in front of you. That is their philosophy. And people, they love this. That's what they say, Manav Seva, Madhav Seva. The philanthropists. All societies have same slogan. Manav Seva, Madhav Seva. Serve humans. Humans are God. Not only they think humans are God, they go one step ahead. In India, there is a very common saying, Daridra Narayan Seva. Have you heard this, Indians? Have you heard? Yes or no?
Yes.
Daridra Narayan Seva. Who can say this like this? Only Hindus can say like this. Lakshmipati Narayan, he became Daridra, poor. And Mr. Agarwal is such a big man, he's feeding khichdi to poor Narayans. Only Hindu can tolerate this. You go tell a Muslim fellow, the Daridra Allah. Sir, Daridra Allah. How a Muslim will react to you? Huh? Chop off your head. You dare to say Allah Daridra? We are so low class, but we are proud saying, oh, we are doing Daridra Narayan Seva. Where the problem lies, you understand? We have so thick head. Not only we say human beings are God, we are God. And God is Daridra. We are doing all Daridra Narayan Seva. Lakshmipati Narayan, he become Daridra, poor. This misconception arises. You understand? Why? Because Veda says, Eka Bhut Samabhava, one Bhagavan in many forms. But nobody understands what are the human beings. Krishna has clarified, Mamaya Vansa Jivaloke Jivabhuta Sanatana. Every living entities, they are my part and parcel. We are part of God. We are energy of God. We can never become God. We are eternal. Mamaya Vansa Jivaloke Jivabhuta Sanatana. So that is not true. I am going to establish God is one, okay? That is goal. So now, we don't agree according to scripture, every human being is God. So that is accepted. There are many human beings, so no, not many gods, so only one God. Then second misconception is, all devatas are a God. Indra, Chandra, Varun, we have 33 crore, 33 millions. But all the devatas, they are empowered. They are empowered by God to take care of different affairs on this material world. So human beings are not God. Devatas are not God, not Bhagavan. But Ram is Bhagavan or not?
Yes.
Vamana?
Yes.
Narasingha?
Yes.
Janardana?
Yes.
Narayan?
Yes.
Then many gods. Then opposite party will say, okay, we accepted human beings are not God, these devatas are not God, but still you have many gods. Actually, according to scriptures, devatas 30 millions, but gods unlimited, anadi ananta rupam. Since time immemorial, there are unlimited forms of gods, Bhagavan. So then what is the difference? Who is that one God? Only one God. So Rama is Bhagavan, Narayana Bhagavan, Narasingha Bhagavan, and Krishna? Krishna also? Krishna is Swayam Bhagavan. That is the difference. There are Bhagavan many, but Swayam Bhagavan is only one. Ete chansa kalapunsa, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. So that is the difference. How many Indians they know? The supreme position of Krishna. That Ekala Ishvara Krishna Arsavritta. He is only Ishvara, Parameshvara. He is only Bhagavan, Swayam Bhagavan. There are many Bhagavans. Anadi Ananta Rupam. But only one Swayam Bhagavan. The unique position of Krishna. Then if you discuss about Ishvara, what is the meaning of Ishvara?
All the six.
Ishvara means controller. One who controls. That is another problem among Hindus. You ask, do you believe in God, Bhagavan? Yes, I believe Bhagavan. You worship Bhagavan? Yes, I worship Bhagavan. What is the meaning of Bhagavan? Oh, I don't know what is the meaning of Bhagavan. Who knows the meaning of Bhagavan here? How many? After coming to ISKCON, we came to know. As a Hindu, did you know that? We did not know. Right? So that is another, we don't know what is Bhagavan meaning, what is Ishvara meaning. Ishvara means controller. Each of you are Ishvara. So you are controlling your family, controlling your children, yes, controlling your wife, Yes?
Yes.
No? Supposed to. so you're all Ishwar, you're mini Ishwar. You're a mini Ishwar. Devatas, they are controller. Agni Devata, Vayu Devata, Varuna Devata, controlling fire, controlling air, controlling water. Indra, controlling rain. They are Ishwara. But above all Ishwara, there is one Parameshwara. But in between Ishwara and Parameshwara, there is one more Ishwara. Between Ishwara and Parameshwara, there is Maheshwara. Jagateshwara is it. Ishwara, Maheshwara, then
Parameshwara.
Parameshwara. So Devatas, they are Devatas are Ishwara. And who is Maheshwara? Lord Shiva, Maheshwara. And above Maheshwara, Parameshwara. So Ram, Parameshwara. Narayan,
Parameshwara.
then Narasimha, and Krishna. Then what is the difference? Just like now, in Bhagavan line, he is Swam Bhagavan. But Ishwara line, he has to have a unique position now. Right? All are Bhagavan, he is Swam Bhagavan. But here we find Ishwara, then Maheshwara, then Parameshwara, then he has to above some post. So that is Paratpara Parameshwara. Paratpara, transcendental to transcendental. Paratpara Parameshwara. That is unique position. Ekala, Ishwara, Krishna are served.
Britya.
All others are servants. So that is called Paratpara Krishna. So Krishna is one or many? There is only one Krishna. Yes or no?
Yes.
So we are Ekala, we are Ekeswarabad or Bahu Ishwarabad?
Ekeshwarabad.
Could be Bahu Ishwara, but we have only one Supreme Ishwara, Parameshwara. That is,
Krishna. Krishna.
Krishna is not one. There are many Krishnas there also. In material world, we have only one Krishna. Takes birth in Vrindavan, then 11 years, 6 months stay in Vrindavan, goes to Mathura. How many years stayed there? 13 years, 6 months, 25 years. Then goes to Dwaraka, 100 years. So one Krishna goes, but spiritual world, there are 3 Krishna. Then people will ask, then how Ekeswarabad? There are 3 Ishwara. Nirishwara, Bahu Ishwara, Ekeswara, 3 Ishwara. There is one Dwaraka Krishna, Dwarakadish Krishna, Mathurasa Krishna, then Vrindavan Brajendanandan Krishna. So we have to find who is the great among these 3. Dwaraka Krishna is Aishwarya Bhava. Mathura Krishna, Aishwarya, Madhurya Bhava. And Vrindavan Krishna, only Madhurya Bhava. You Aishwarya Bhava, you go to Vaikuntha. Aishwarya Bhava, Bhagavan is very great there. Then you go, wow, Bhagavan, you are so big, I am so small. Oh Bhagavan, in Dwaraka, everybody respect Krishna, right? And if we go to Vaikuntha, say, oh Bhagavan, you are so great, I am so small, what can I do for you? Bhagavan, you please do for me. You protect me, you maintain me. This is called Aishwarya Bhava. For Vrindavan, it is not like that. Vrindavan, Bhava is different. But I have to maintain you. Mother Jashoda running with a stick behind Krishna. He's worried. This boy is such a naughty boy. He may become loafer, hippie. I have to make him a good human being. He's Purushottama Bhagavan. And Mother Jashoda, I have to make him a good human being. This is called Madhurya Bhava. So in this way, in Dwaraka, Krishna is Purna. Purna means complete. In Mathura, is Purnatara. Purnatara means, what is in English Purnatara? More complete. You don't know more complete. Complete, more complete. Then Vrindavan, most complete. Purnatama. You understand? So Ekala is that Ishvara, who will be that Ishvara then? Purna, complete, more complete, and most complete. The topmost controller. Who is the topmost controller? Who is Krishna? Vrindavan Krishna. This Vrindavan Krishna is there in Golok Vrindavan. What is doing in Golok Vrindavan? All day what Krishna does? Grazing cows, right? So in the morning, he takes his tiffin box and goes for grazing cows. Isn't it very interesting that Krishna could not get any other job to do? In India, who goes for grazing cows? Who goes? Cowherd to Goala. And in Bengal, they said the Goalas are so brainless, when they become 80 years old, they get little intelligence. For grazing cows, you don't need any intelligence. In our village, if somebody is not able to do anything, brainless, okay, you go for grazing cows. So why Krishna is such a supreme controller? He could not get any other job. It's a big office, big things, not do top man. But he chose a very good job that you don't need any intelligence to do. He got this graze cow because he's very intelligent. Why he did this? Very intelligent. He chose to go and graze cows so that never he has to go for stress management. No stress management. तुम्ही सर्वे सुरेश्वर ब्रजेंद्र कुमार तुम्हार इच्छा विश्व सृजन संघ simply by your desire unlimited universes are created, maintained and annihilated. So that is Purnatama Krishna. So now you understand who is that topmost personality, complete, more complete and most complete. Who is that?
Rajendranandan Krishna.
But still he is not complete also. There is something lacking in Krishna. There is something lacking in Krishna. I will end my lecture describing this. I will limit my discussion because if I give you too heavy dose, you may not digest it. So I will let it conclude. How Krishna is also incomplete. What is he lacking? He is enjoyer of everything. He is enjoying, the supreme enjoyer. So after Vrindavan pastimes, he went back to Golok Vrindavan. One day he is sitting in the Rasa Leela. He is thinking to himself that I went to Vrindavan and all Gopa Gopis they are serving me. I enjoy so much receiving service. But what my devotees are enjoying by rendering service, I don't know that. Is it complete or incomplete? Yes. He has still desires. Apurna Vasana has to be fulfilled. His desire to understand. Because he is enjoying very much receiving service. But when he saw the gopis, then Krishna realized they are enjoying much more better than me. How he understood? How he understood? By seeing their faces. By seeing their face, you will understand, right? If somebody you name leaf or Corella, how face you will make you nice Rasgola Rasbog. Wow. So Krishna, by seeing the gopis' faces, he understood. What is this? I am Bhagavan. I am some supreme enjoyer. But these fellows are enjoying much more better than me. So what is the use of becoming Bhagavan? I should become like devotee. In material world, everybody competing how to become Bhagavan. Real Bhagavan, he is desiring how I can become my devotee. So many ways Krishna tried to understand that how my devotees are enjoying. Then he could not get that. And finally decided I have to accept the mood of my devotee. And who is his best devotee? Radharani. So he accepted Radha Bhava Duti Subalitam Naumi Krishna Swarup. The mood and bodily color of Srimati Radharani, he accepted, then he appeared as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to fulfill his unfulfilled desires. Krishna's three apurna vasana, kamana, unfulfilled desire. Who knows? What are three? Only Samagrisi who knows. Anybody else knows? Okay, first one Samagrisi.
This first one that you just said, that he could not understand how the duties are enjoyed by serving.
The first one is Shiradhaya Pranaya Mahima Kidrishiva Naiva. He tried to understand. You will remember if I tell?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, I'll ask you after. First was, his desire was unfulfilled desire to know the greatness of love of Radharani. Shiradha Pranaya Mahima Kidrishiva Naiva. How great it is. I am controller of everything. I am supreme controller. But I am controlled by her love. I want to know how great it is. So first unfulfilled desire was the greatness of love of Srimati Radharani. What is the first desire? Will you repeat? Again, everybody.
The greatness of love of Srimati Radharani.
The second desire is Swadhyajana Adbhuta Madhurima Kidrishiva Madhya. Krishna is thinking, I am enjoying, but they are enjoying more than me. That means something I must have within me. That they are enjoying so much. So what is that sweetness that I have? Swadhyajana Adbhuta Madhurima Kidrishiva Madhya. What is that palatable, enjoyable sweetness that I have? I want to know that. What is the second desire?
What
What
sweetness
sweetness I have. The third desire is Saukham Tasya Madanubhavata Kidrising Betilov. I developed desire, love, greediness to understand what kind of pleasure that deriving out of it. When my devotee is serving, what kind of pleasure that deriving? These are the three unfulfilled desires that Krishna has. Now you know? Three unfulfilled desires? Sure? How many of you know? Raise your hands. You know? Tell everybody. What is the first?
To understand the love of Srimati Radharani.
To honor the greatness of love. Listen, sleeping souls. The greatness of love of Srimati Radharani. The first desire. Tell me again. All of you together.
The greatness of love of Srimati Radharani.
And second one is?
The sweetness.
I will make it easy for you to understand. The first one is what Radharani has. Second one is what I have. Okay, clear? Radharani is devotee. What devotees have? Love. And what Krishna has? Exactly. You understand now?
Yes.
So that is exchange. That is how the Rasavahi Saha, that supreme Param Brahma, Veda said, made up of melons. Rasami evam labdha anandi bhavati. The spirit soul, when get that rasa, he becomes ananda. So bhakta, devotee gives Bhagavan. What he gives Bhagavan? Love. And Bhagavan gives to devotee?
Sweetness.
Okay. So the first one is the greatness of love of Radharani, what she has. And second, what I have,
Sweetness.
my sweetness. And third one is
The pleasure that you
what pleasure you derive. When this exchange takes place, what pleasure you derive. For this purpose, to fulfill these three desires, Tad Bhavadya Samadani Sachigarva Sindhu Hari Indu. Krishna accepted mood of Radharani and appeared as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in this way we see how that Param Brahma, absolute, have at least two forms. Krishna is Bhagavan, same Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Bhakta. And we see in Jagannath Puri, we see all dham, Bhagavan having pastimes. The Jagannath Puri is unique. Lord is having pastimes in two forms. What are two forms? Now one is Jagannath, another is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay? Two forms. Krishna in two forms. One Jagannath form, another is Gauranga Mahaprabhu form. In Jagannath form is Bhagavan, in Gauranga form is Bhakta. So Rath Yatra takes place, Krishna sitting on the chariot. He is sitting on the chariot as Jagannath and is enjoying. And same Krishna dancing as Chaitanya. Okay. So Krishna enjoying to look at dancing of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna is enjoying dancing in front of Jagannath. So this is complete. In Jagannath Puri, you will find, and it's very complete, because Bhagavan, they are enjoying as Bhagavan and as Bhakta also. So in this way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has been stated, Radha Krishna one, but they appeared in two forms for releasing the rasas, mellows. Then Ekatmana Vapi Bhuvipura Dehagadam Gotauto Chaitanaksha Prakatamadana Tadvayam Cha Aikam Aptam. They appeared as together. There is Mahaprabhu. So Dwaraka Krishna is Purna. Okay? You remember? Mathura Krishna is Purna Tara. And Vrindavan Krishna is Purnatama. And who is beyond Vrindavan Krishna? Who is Chaitanya? Then Chaitanya, please. I just adding one word. Purna, Purnatara, Purnatama, then Chaitanya Paripurnatama. This is Paripurnatama Chaitanya. So this is how our Gaudiya Acharyas, they have analyzed the subject matter. Nana Shastra Vicharaneka Nipuno Sadharma Sanstapaka. Just imagine what is the understanding about God absolute truth. The Bhagavatam explains first verse Satyam Param Dhimahi. I meditate upon that absolute truth. Satyam Param Dhimahi. So what is that? That is Ekala Ishwara Krishna. That is Krishna. Who enjoy in form of Jagannath, in form of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So Jagannath is Krishna. Krishna in separation from Radharani. That is Jagannath form. Krishna in separation from Radha is Jagannath. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? If Jagannath is Krishna in separation from Radha. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna in separation from Krishna. Krishna in separation from Krishna. That is the difference. The two form is absolute. Jagannath and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And we are so blessed. Srila Prabhupada has given us, he has taught us to worship. I always say, among unlimited form, the best form Jagannath, and Jagannath is very famous. For what Jagannath is famous, you know?
Eating.
For eating prasad. So Jagannath is eating God, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is dancing God. So Prabhupada has given two best gods, eating God and
Dancing God.
So what more we want? Eat prasad and dance, go back to Godhead. That's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki
Jai.
So you remember everything? So what are the different opinions about the God? Ishwarabad. What is the first one? First one?
Nirishwarabad.
Second one?
Ekeshwar.
And the third one?
Bahuveshwar.
Fourth one? Ishwara. Okay. Then Ishwara, then Bhagavan, the many Bhagavan. But there is Krishna is only one. Only one?
Swayam Bhagavan.
Yes. So Krishna is not Bhagavan. He is Swayam Bhagavan. There are many Ishwaras. Who are Ishwaras? Who are Ishwaras? The Devatas are Ishwara. Mahadev is
Maheshwar.
Rama Bhavana Narasimha is
Parameshwar.
and Krishna is
Parameshwar.
Krishna also Parameshwar. He also is Ishwar, but he has a unique designation. He is Parapara Parameshwar. And Krishna in Dwaraka, what he is? He is
Purna.
Complete. In Mathura,
Purnatara.
Purnatara, more complete. In Vrindavan,
Purnatama.
Purnatama, most complete. The most complete Krishna, only little bit problem, lacking the unfulfilled desire, which he completed in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is
Paripurna.
Purnatama.
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki
Jai.
Thank you so much. I want to end here. You can ask one or two questions because very quickly. Did you set up?
Yeah.
Huh? Bring your laptop. So I have written these two books. One is Who is God? Another is Answers to 5 Questions of Life. Because I have put a plastic cover, so people say, what is 5 questions of life? What are the 5 questions of life? Who am I? Who is God? Where am I? It's very interesting topic. If you understand where am I, then you will know whether I should stay here or not. And goal of life and how to reach the goal of life. 5 questions are answered here, all on the basis of teachings of Srila Prabhupada from the books. So you can receive these books available here. Only few copies I have brought. Now I am going to show you something very interesting. Where is it?